Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with global.media.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne or rum.
Yes, we are live and ready to go. Yeah.
Let's do
Well,
this. Annie, where are you?
Annie has left the building.
Annie left the building.
he disappeared. But it's all good. I'm so energized. I'm so pumped up. I'm so excited for another edition of our LinkedIn Positivity Live. Now, it's not just LinkedIn. We are doing other social platforms. So it's no longer LinkedIn Positivity Live. It's now Positivity Live. Why? Because we are reaching out to more persons in different platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn as well. And I want to say happy Friday. If you're excited to be here, we want you to drop a comment, say hi, say hello. We want to know where you are joining us from. We want to shout you out. And I told you today, it's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be a wonderful time where we are intentional about spreading positivity. And the topic today is be the light for others. For me, I could literally resonate with this topic, and I believe that every one of us who are going to be part of this show today can resonate with this topic as well. Now, we do this every Friday. For us, it's all about spreading positivity and being intentional about the power of positivity and how transformative it can be for anyone who begin to embrace positivity as a lifestyle. Now, for us, we believe that everyone has the ability to be positive. But then, how intentional are you in staying positive? That's where the difference is. Oh, yes, we already have amazing people joining us live on stage. Oli, we see you in the comment section. Thank you. Say hi, everyone. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling positive and excited. Oh, yes, we are live. Indeed, Annie disappeared. Andre is in the building. Andre, thank you so much. So good to have you join us. Happy Friday. Obia is in the building. Obia will see you. Amazing. Yes, happy Friday to you too, Adrian. Arun, happy Friday. I hope you're doing so great. Oh yes, Gladys in the building. You kept your promise. You said you're going to be here, and we are excited to be here. Gladys is joining us all the way from Texas in the United States. Amazing. Now, this is the beauty of this event. We have people from all over the world joining us, people from the US, from the UK, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia. We have a lot of persons to join us, and that's why we always encourage people to come and share. Why? Because when you come on this stage to share, you are bound to be speaking to thousands of people all over the world. And now we are excited about the LinkedIn replay. So if some persons couldn't join us live, with the replay, we can reach out to more persons. More people can be able to join us to watch these events. We already have the replay team replay, always active, even after the event, to drop in their comment, to share in the conversation. So I want to say a big thank you to everyone who is joining us already. Yes, my brother, Andre, thank you so much. So good to have you. Nicole is in the building. Nicole is saying a quick hi, and we are saying a quick hello to you too, Nicole. Amazing. Yes, guys, keep dropping your comment so we can know that you are here with us. Now, today and in this event, one thing we do, we believe in the power of community. We believe that together we can do so much more. We are building a community of positive people, a community where you can be seen, a community where you can be heard, a community where you have the love, the support, and the people around you to push you to do your best. So one thing I will always tell you, that in this community, you are not permitted to be alone. Even though you are deciding to be alone, but because you are here in this community, we are not allowing you to be alone. We are a big family. And one thing that is so huge for us is we believe in supporting each other to greatness. We believe in supporting one another. We believe in helping one another, because that's the whole essence of humanity. And then it's also all about networking. One thing about this community is we are bringing positive people from all over the world, connecting one positive person to another positive person. And together, the ripple effect can be felt and we can have a huge impact in the world. So if you're in the comment section, if there's anybody you are not connected with, do it to connect, reach out to people, because you don't know who might help you or who you might be of help to. Just that one connection can make a huge difference, and then allow us to make that huge impact we want to make. Yes, if you don't know me, or probably today is the first time you are joining us, my name is Zion Inobiru. You got Mr. Positive Energy, joining you all the way from Nigeria. I'm a man on a mission to spread positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time. If you're struggling to stay positive, you want to embrace positivity intentionally, do well to reach out to me. Let me help you to embrace that journey of positivity. And guess what? I'm not alone. I'm not by myself. I have my full squad. I have my team. I call them the best team in the world. Why? Because they show up here with me every Friday. And it's so amazing. We have been doing this for the past 3 years. 3 solid years of showing up every Friday, bringing the energy, bringing the positivity, impacting people. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me celebrate my team in the house, my team in the building. We have Annie, Jimmy, Lydia. Right about now, I'm going to be passing the mic to them so they can introduce themselves, hear from them, get to know them and what you do. I'm going to start for King Jamie. I call him the king. Why? Because he is truly the king. King Jamie, the mic is yours.
Hey, thanks so much, Zion. Yes, I'm pumped. I'm excited. Why? Because, well, spring started here, right? It's spring, right? And, that means winter is gone and warm weather is on the way, and I'm excited for that. And as Lydia said, there's quite a few people here from Texas here and people all over. I saw somebody in here that said they were in Ireland. We just had right St. Patrick's Day, right? So I mean, this is awesome seeing people from everywhere. So definitely want to introduce myself. I'm excited for today's topic, which is being the light for others and how can we do that. So we'll have a lot of good stuff to share today. I'm coming from you in the United States, right outside of Chicago, Illinois, about an hour away, right? And if Zion's job is to share positivity in every corner of the earth, one person at a time. My job is to help people get jobs, one candidate at a time, right? So what I do is I have my own career coaching company. I do career coaching, and my company is called Jam Sessions with Jamie. And I help job seekers every single day with resume writing, interview practice, and LinkedIn optimization. And I do this through Zoom calls, one-on-one Zoom calls, and really working with people closely to help them be able to tell their story in their resume and get interviews, help them be able to answer certain types of questions during the interview process and how to talk about certain things and strategies and get them to ultimately landing a job, and then helping them really build their LinkedIn profiles. I help redo people's LinkedIn profiles from scratch and help them get more visibility from recruiters and hiring managers. I call it the triangle of coaching, right? I mean, that's what it all comes down to. The triangle of coaching in a job search is having resume, interview, and a LinkedIn profile to get an opportunity. And that's what I do. I've been doing this now for about it'll be 3 years in the summer, actually. Have been doing this. And I've worked with close to, a little over 550 job seekers now. I have a lot of recommendations on my page, so I take pride in what I do, and I love getting people hired. Like I said, that's a passion of mine, is seeing people get that green open to work banner down and get back to work so they can start making money. That's what I love to do. That's what I've done in the past in my corporate life, my corporate jobs, and now I get to do this on my own. And I'm seeing some comments coming here. I'll pass it to my next co-host in a second. But Nicole did say, can't wait for the warmer weather. It was freezing in New York, but warm enough in the beautiful sunshine. I love that. That's awesome. Dr. Vivian said, hello, everyone. Excited to be here. We're excited to have you too. And Worknish says, hello, family. I love that. We are family, right? I'm not going to bust out, we are family. I guess I just did that, but wow, that was impromptu. Okay. But yes, we are family, and we're excited to see everybody here. And I see a special guest already on stage here, which I'm excited to see here because I haven't talked to him in a while, actually. So I'm excited to see him here as well. We're going to talk about this. We got people coming up on stage. Yes, the hearts. I want to bring up our next co-host here. We'll bring up Annie, actually, because then Annie will lead into Lydia, and Lydia will get us started with our meditation session today. So, Annie, looking sharp, my brother. Let's go ahead and do this. You're up on stage.
I'm in the middle of the screen. Welcome, everyone. Dr. Vivian, I see you. Nick, welcome as well. So, Worknesh, we see you. Jay, thank you all for joining. Adrian, I see you as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Mr. Omar, Mr. Zoom Party, we see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Now, it's always great to have this Friday party. Matt, great to see you. I'm glad you're back to health. Last time I heard about you, you were not so well, but no, you survived, Matt. You survived. It's a joy to see you, it really is. Now, so I'm still Eni Osung. My company is still Global.media, and I'm having the fun of my life, I guess, impacting the people we work with. And I will tend to make people famous, and not really famous in a way that lasts a long time or forever. I don't say those words lightly. So my thing is to help people to build a community on LinkedIn and other platforms by doing events. So that will help my clients in the long term, because it means long after we start working with them, they have a group of people who know them, like them, trust them, don't want to do business with them. So I've learned to combine our events with our book writing, book publishing, and book marketing services. And of course, if you write a book, my friends, you become a legend. You build a legacy. Your book's going to outlive you, no matter how old you are. And so long after we're gone, our books are going to be read by people. So that's how I like to help people. So I think when you can build that legacy, you give a gift to the world, and that's a beautiful thing. I could talk more about the books we're working on, but it's much better still for you to get in touch with me. If you want to find out more, let's have a meeting. Let's have a coffee chat. Let me get to know what you do too. That's how I like to enjoy my days. Our positivity book is coming, so look out for that, my friend. So that is it's gonna change people's lives. So we're working on the practical steps to apply the things we talk about in this room. So I'm excited for us. I'm excited for you. When the time comes, my friends, I'm sure you will know all about it and be there to support the book and get the benefits. Let me stop talking. Lydia is the star of the show, so let's hear from Lydia.
All right, and I found my microphone. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Remember to love more, because the world needs love. All right. So let's hear it. I would be so happy if everybody who is near their chat, the comments, to put a hashtag love or a hashtag love more and get people to this room and get them to share that love. So if you don't know me, I am Lydia Laurie Busler, and I am, if Zion is spreading positivity through the world and Jamie is getting everybody to their place with their job search and getting them security, then, and Eni is helping you be famous, then I'm doing a couple things, but I'm writing music and I am bringing you to Jedi Calm, because with calm, we can heal ourselves, we can hear one another, we can learn more easily, we can be in our purpose, we can understand and work together more, all from this place of calm. And there's no better time to start than now to be calm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you all to get in a comfortable position. If you're sitting in front of your computers, that's just fine. And just make sure that you're on each of your sit bones, kind of like rock back and forth, and so that your spine can rise up right between those sit bones. And I'm going to ask you to start to take a deep breath. And you can close your eyes if you like. I am going to turn off the camera and allow you to do what you do. So let's go. So I invite you to take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, allow the breath to close your eyes if it is safe to do so. And allow your breath to return to its normal pace. And notice your consciousness. Place your consciousness right behind your eyes. And as you breathe in, allow that consciousness to rise up and back to the back of your head, as if it's perched on the branch of a tree. As you breathe in peace. If there are any thoughts, you can allow the thoughts to float on by. As you breathe in peace. Feel the light, golden, soft, warm yet cool, flowing down over your forehead and your temples, your ears, and the back of your head, right down the back of your neck. The peace flows down over your jaw and your throat, softening, expanding with the golden light of peace. Feel the peace flow down over your shoulders, down your back. In your heart and your lungs, softening and expanding, and everything relaxing. The peace flows down, filling your your abdomen, everything softening as you fill with peace everything that no longer serves you flows down and into the earth, where it can be refreshed and renewed. As you breathe in peace. Feel the golden light of peace in every part of you. Your pelvis and down your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, your toes, all the little bones and muscles that support you. All alight with the golden, warm, cool glow of peace. Feel the peace flowing out, a part of your heart now. As you breathe in peace, you then breathe out love. Flowing upward and downward, inward and outward, onward. Everything is peaceful, and the love is radiating out, onward to the tops of the trees and the forest floor and the roots, to the desert, to the plains, to the steppes, to the mountains, to the tundra, to the rainforest, to the oasis and the stream, the sands and the sea, and outward, upward, to the birds, onward to all the people everywhere. It flows upward and outward, all the way outward. Everything is love. Everything is filled with the ripples of light from everyone here now. Out to the stratosphere and onward to the stars, to our own star, the sun. You are the light. You are part of everything. everything that is love. Smile. Everyone is in the room, feeling love, being love. And feel all of the smiles coming back to you. You can come back to this space anytime, simply by taking a deep breath and feeling the light of peace enter you. You are always supported by peace and by love. And just like you can enter this space, you can come back feeling light, love, and energetic. I'm going to count to 5. When I reach 5, you will open your eyes, feeling alert and refreshed, full of beautiful golden energy, full of peace, radiating love. 1, 2, yawning, stretching. 3, 4, 5, eyes open, alert, refreshed, full of peace, and ready to share. Thank you for being here with me today.
All right. Thank you so much, Olivia. That was amazing. That's always amazing. Please, if you're in the comments, just drop in thank you, Lydia. Let's share some love to Lydia because it's so great. For those who are joining us for the first time in our event, before we dive into the conversation proper, we do the mindfulness where we have the amazing Lydia take us through the meditation section. For me, it always brings this calmness, this peace, this serenity in the room. So if you're in the comment, just say, oh, Adrian, thank you so much. We see that. Thank you so much, Lydia. Yes. Just keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it thank you coming. We need to appreciate her because sometimes I know that we don't appreciate her enough. But Lydia, we want you to know that we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for taking us through the mindfulness section. And if you're on LinkedIn, we are going to the conversation proper. Keep dropping the comments and help us share the events. You can go in the view event details and just kindly click repost. We already have 11 persons reposting, but imagine we're having more reposts like 20, 30, 40. We can be able to reach out to more people. And that's the reason why we're asking you to repost it so that more persons can be reached, more persons can receive the power of positivity that we are bringing to the world. All right. And the comments are coming in now. Tamuno Wari, yes, thank you so much. That was amazing. Nicole, very calming. JC said, thank you, Lydia. Amazing. Oh, Lydia, the love is coming in for you. The love is coming in for you. Amazing. Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, guys, for dropping in the comment. Keep it coming. Let's know that you are there. Is there somebody you know needs to hear about this event? Is there somebody you know that needs some positivity in their life? Just tag them. Tag them in the comment section. Invite them. Let them be part of this conversation. Because today's topic is being the light for others. And this is a practical thing we're already doing here. Like I always say, we are not just talking, we are taking action. Gone are the days that people are talking and talking and talking and nothing is happening. Beyond the talking, we are taking action. And what Lydia just did with the meditation section, it's one way to shine the light on others. There are persons who day has been so busy, who has been feeling so overwhelmed. Just to be able to go through that section, that beautiful section, can just give you that calmness, that serenity that you need, for the cool of the evening or the noon for those in the US and still in the afternoon. While for those in the Asia continent, it's already midnight. Maybe you have had a busy day and just wanted to cool down, and that was a perfect section for you to have the calmness and being the light for others. How are you being the light? How are you lighting the path of others? Because one thing we always say is one way that we are sharing positivity is based on key human elements: an element of love, of kindness, of compassion, of empathy, of integrity, and gratitude. Because these are the basic things that shapes humanity and shapes how we react. And the ability for us to intentionally spread the love, the kindness, the compassion, it's a way we can be able to spread positivity. Because positivity is beyond just a word, is a life that we have to embrace with intentionality. So also for you to be the light for others, there is need for you as a person to be intentional, to be intentional. And if there's one thing I've done that has really helped me to share the light, is to be able to share my positivity through events like this, through my post and through our lifestyle, being able to share the positivity. There are people out there in the world who are going through so much right now. There are persons out there who might be at the darkest moment of their life. But you being an epitome, a beacon of positivity, can be a catalyst, can be the change that they need in their life. So that's why we have to be intentional about being the light for others. If there's one thing I've learned about being the light, is if I'm shining my light on you, it doesn't make my light dim. Instead, it makes me shine brighter. It helps me to become a better person. It makes us to illuminate better. Imagine every one of us in this room, our lights are shining. The ripple effect is going to be more, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better. And that's why this discussion is about bringing the intentionality. So let us know that everyone matters. The person who comment is next to your comment right now in the comment box, or the person whose profile is next to your profile, they matters. They are important. They are valid. They are good enough. So we have to be intentional about it. We have to bring an awareness to let us know that people are the most important persons in the universe. Not things. Yeah, things are good. Material possessions are good. But having people, recognizing people, their uniqueness, their strengths, their beauty, it's very, very important. So you have to share your positivity. And one way to also share the light for others, because people need the encouragement, people need that motivation, people need that inspiration. And you can be an inspiration to people by sharing your story. By sharing your story, how you've overcome, how you succeeded, how you have went through a tough time, but then you became who you are today, can just be something that somebody needs to inspire them, to give them hope, to give them courage to just keep living their life. That's why we have created a space for you. We have created a stage for you where you can share your story, where your voice can be heard. Now, it's an open invitation because we believe that everything you are sharing on this stage today has the power to encourage, has the power to motivate, to support, to inspire, and to give people hope. So don't be shy. If you want to be part of this on stage, if you want to be part of those who want to contribute, the link is in the comment section. Do well to come on stage and share. Let's inspire more people together. Because somebody needs to hear what you have to say today. You have to be the light. And to be the light, you have to be intentional about it. Each and every one of us have a light within us. There is no light too small not to shine. And together we can shine. And when we begin to shine together, we can make a huge impact and make a difference in the world. There are people out there who needs your kind word. There are people out there who needs the love. There are people out there who needs the compassion. And it can go a long way to make a huge impact in their life. So you don't have to look too far. The person, your neighbor, your friend, your colleague at work, or even your family, say something nice to them, be kind to them, be gracious to them, show them much compassion. And I tell you, those acts of kindness and love are the things that matters in life. Sometimes extraordinary things comes from those little steps that we can take to make an impact in the life of somebody else. Be a coach, be a mentor, be a source of inspiration to other persons, celebrating other persons as well. When people are celebrating, do well to celebrate with them. When people are grieving, be there for them, to grieve with them and help support them through their journey. So I just want to encourage everyone who are listening to us, who will be watching this replay, that you have the power to be a light to somebody. But it doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it. Be intentional about people. Be intentional about making a huge difference. Be intentional about putting a smile in people's face. And I tell you, that's how we make the real impact. That's how we create the miracles that we want to see. And that's how we see the world become a better place. It's all about collaborating. It's all about partnership. It's all about working together so we can see the difference. Most of the times we wish to see the impact, but I tell you, you cannot see the impact that you have not become yet. So for you to see the impact, you have to become the impact you need to see. And spreading positivity is one way where we can be able to impact other people, to inspire them and let them find hope even in the worst situation. It's an open conversation, and I know that there's a lot of people already in the backstage who are waiting and willing to share. And I'm so excited to hear your share today. But in the meantime, I'm going to pass the mic to my co-host, even as they share their thought on this. How are they shining their light to others? How are they inspiring others? So I'm going to pass the mic back to Jimmy. Yep.
Awesome. Wow. Good stuff here. And when I'm looking at this video here, I see all these people in the video right now. The screens are so small, which is good. It means we have a lot of people that want to come up and speak, right? And Lydia says, right there, come join us, right? It's your moment to share your light, and you don't have to say anything, right? Except to share your thoughts, your light, right? And make sure that that's enough, right? That's beautiful. So, and Karen's in here too. She says, yes, we all shine together, and yes, and we shine together, that light's brighter, right? So, I just want to kind of share some quick thoughts on today's topic, right? And when I think of being a positive light for others, a lot of times, just when we think of this, we think that being that positive light means we have to do something big for somebody. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, right? But when I think of being a bright light, it can be something small for somebody. It doesn't have to be something really extravagant. It can be something small. It's about you showing up and doing things consistently, right? So one of the things that I try to do, and I'll just kind of start by telling this, is I'm always one that likes to celebrate other people's success, right? As a career coach, when I see people shouting out things like they recently got a job, or they got an interview, or they submitted 10 applications today when their goal was 5, right? That is something to celebrate. That is success, right? And that's something that I can kind of shine a light on those people and be a positive force to those folks, right? And celebrate their wins, because positivity is contagious, right? Another thing I feel like, when it comes to this too is, it could be something as simple as giving somebody encouragement, right? Complimenting them. Maybe somebody's down. Maybe somebody on LinkedIn you see is having a rough day, right? And they're venting on LinkedIn and whatnot. And just simply reaching out to those people and saying, I believe in you, right? I believe in you. I have faith in you, right? Let's talk a little bit. I can be a lending ear. That's another way to be a positive, a positive light in somebody else's life, right? And the light for others is being a lending ear and just listening to people. We don't always have to be talking to people and sharing things. Jesse says to help others, we just have to be present in the moment and add value from there, right? I love that. That's kind of what I'm kind of, piggybacking off of that, right? Is being there for somebody and just being present and listening to them and letting somebody vent to them, right? People like that. It shows they care, right? Another thing too, I think about is really leading by example, I guess we could say, right? I think about my daughter, Olivia, who's 4 years old, right? She'll be 5 in June. And I think about leading by example, right? Showing her what right looks like, showing her how to do certain things, right? And leading the way and paving that yellow, that road for her, right? So she knows what right looks like and everything she does, right? Whether it's being how she treats other people in her daycare and, how she helps out and does things around the house and stuff like that, right? I mean, I take pride in that, right? I mean, that's something I've always lived by is being that servant leader, right? And leading by example and showing people, what right looks like and just kind of helping people with that path. So, these are just some different things that I feel like really help me to show a positive light on others, right? And really just consistently doing this, right? Not really letting this be a one-off thing, right? But just, showing up consistently and being that positive light and doing it without, feeling like you're asked to do it, right? It has to come natural, right? It has to come natural. And that's what it does for me. Like, it doesn't matter to me if I'm out and about doing things and I'm running errands. I could just be going into I could be going into a grocery store or a building and I could open a door for somebody, right? I can compliment somebody. I can make a comment towards somebody. I mean, it all goes a long way from being a positive, all that stuff is a positive light. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It's just showing up consistently and doing it without being asked, right? And Jesse also says love from the heart is like a mother loves a child, right? Because it's one of the strongest ways to help others. You're right. It has to come from the heart, right? It can't be forced. It has to come because you want to do it. So that's some things I just wanted to share on what today's topic meant to me. I'm excited to hear what you all have to share as well. And Paulette says listening to someone is great, then great. I like that. Listening to somebody else tell what they're great about, right? That's great. So I love that. I'm going to pass it over to Ennie, actually. So Ennie can go ahead and share his thoughts on today's topic. And curious, Ennie, what does being the light for others mean to you?
Sure. Thank you so much. Great share, Jamie. Great share, Zion. And thank you for meditation, Lydia. Always a good thing. It always puts us in the right mood. And I see Jesse in the audience. Jesse, welcome. Glad you're here. Paulette as well. We do mention you. Look, positivity, it's not just a thing that we'll talk about. I think I'm sort of keen that people understand positivity is a way of being. And part of that for me, it's essentially sharing what I learn. You say you'd be surprised how many people, once they understand positivity and mindset, must go on a crusade to get other people to know. It's a surprise for me because I guess I did not embark on learning about the positive mindset to coach. I don't want to be a coach. I'm not a coach, right? What it is instead is there's almost this obligation, as Jamie mentioned, this feeling that you're obliged to share what you've learned with other people. And for me, it comes down to the simple reality that what we learn when it comes to living with positivity is pretty simple. My thinking is more people need to know to enjoy the benefits. So for that reason alone, this room exists, for example, where we simply share with you what we know, what we've learned, and how we have learned to become better people. We hope people will, people in the audience, our audiences, will take some of the things we talk about, some of the things that we've learned on board, and see if it can impact your life positively. So I guess I would put my first learning, Jamie, as almost each one, reach one, teach one. That's why I say it. If you know something, then you must as well spread the message to those who can benefit. I guess second thing I would say about positivity, again, being a lifestyle, being a way of being. I think we have to demonstrate the benefits of positivity to us, right? We have to demonstrate and show people how the principles we learn impact our lives. And then the best way to do that is simply to show you, I guess, the level of humaneness that I've learned. Which normally comes out in, again, Jamie mentioned many of the points, in just being kind to others. Now, the strangest thing I see in my world, my friends, is my mindset coach friends who they're angry, they're unhappy, they seem perturbed by something. Literally, they are not the nicest people. And I find that so strange. I find that so amazingly unbelievable. Because the whole point of positivity is that you have a calm mind. Now, when you meditate, especially the way Lydia shows us, you have a calm mind. You're more intentional in your behavior. You're more intentional about being kind to people, being nice to people. But believe you me, I'm sure many of you have seen some mindset coaches who are quite the opposite. They are always rattled, always angry, and you're just thinking that doesn't make sense, right? So my second point, the way I do it, Jamie, is that I will aim to be the best I can be. I aim to be as nice as I can be to everyone I meet. It ties very closely to one of the key principles that I tend to try to live with. And it's a simple principle, but it's one that has made a difference in my life in a big way. And the principle is simply this: leave everyone you meet with a sense of increase. Leave everyone you meet feeling better off for having met you. So that directs most of the things I do every day in my life. Yes, I can scream at many people. I can swear with the best of them, believe you me, but right now I choose not to, because I want everyone I meet to go away feeling better. Sometimes it's a compliment, Jamie. Sometimes it's a smile. Sometimes it's helping someone. But essentially, I think it's been very intentional that, if I meet you, I'll do my best to make you see the value of having met me. If that makes sense, right? So if I can make your life easier, I certainly will. If I can make you feel better, I certainly will. If I can leave you with something that you didn't have before we met, then I will do that too. I think now those three principles, Jamie, truly, teaching people what you've learned, showing the love, and not just sometimes, and also, leaving everyone with a sense of increase. And those are my three main ways of living with positivity. Of course, another one is I try not to talk too much at these events, so I'll stop talking and pass the mic to Lydia. Go on, Lydia. The mic is yours.
Oh my goodness! Sometimes getting that mic to turn back on is a task, and you see me fishing around. You can just imagine my finger going, trying to turn it on. Anyway, thank you, Annie, and thank you, Jamie, and thank you, Zion. You've had so many great things to say. I love this. I love listening to you, and I love listening to all of you in the audience, because you teach me so much, and that's what we're here for, right? You can shine your light when and he was talking about this being calm. When somebody is hurting, to tell them why, to tell them to stop hurting, to tell them to stop doing a thing, to criticize them, doesn't help. But we all have these stories in our heads, and this isn't, it's not a thing to blame. There's just a lot of noise in there. When we can calm ourselves, we don't have quite as many stories. We can listen to the stories of the person who's in front of us and actually have love, actually have compassion, actually find the bridge between us and know what we are doing that we can do together. And that's one way that you can shine your light more, is by de-escalating yourself and de-escalating the things, the fires in our own heads. And that way we can heal, and that way we can calm, and that way our light shines more, and it shines brighter, and it spreads out, which is what everybody in here is doing. This is how we lift the world, is to be compassionate and loving, lend a helping hand. And that's something we do from a place of calm, and more a place of love. So let your love shine. One of the best ways to do that is to simply think about what it is that you want for life, for humanity, and know that everybody wants something for life, for humanity, and allow that love and that brightness to shine together, and it resonates further. This is who you are. You are a loving being. I am a loving being. And there's a lot of criticism in the world right now. There is a lot of people being right in the world. And what's right to each person is not the same as what's right to somebody else. But we all know how to love. So shine your light by loving, by holding back a criticism. Question yourself. It may be exactly the thing that you need to learn that you're criticizing. It may actually be something in you. So hold it back. Give yourself love. The last thing I want to say is that we can heal when we actually don't blame. I've healed myself miraculously by not deciding to blame. By when doctors hurt me very badly, by a very grievous mistake, by not blaming and by not suing the doctors and by not giving up, but by putting everything into healing, everything into love for myself and healing myself. Because otherwise, if I had put everything into blame, I wouldn't have had the energy to heal. So remember to put yourself and everyone else first by loving, because blame takes that light away. Thank you. I appreciate it. Back to you, Zion.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Olivia. That was very powerful and spot on. Thank you, Annie, Jimmy, and thank you, Zion, as well, for the amazing share. There's so much that have been shared today, a whole lot of wisdom and nuggets. People sharing about how they have been able to shine the light on others. It's very profound what you shared, because in all, it's all about people, It's all about making an impact and making a difference. I love the fact you mentioned that we have to love ourselves. Because one thing is, if you are not shining, there's no way you can shine on others. So you have to shine first within yourself by loving yourself, appreciating yourself, accepting yourself. Then you can shine on others as well. One thing I want to share about shining the light to others is one way we can do it. You can be the light to others is to believe in people, believe in other people, believe in their vision, believe in their goal, believe in who they are as a person. Because we live in a world where people are fighting all by themselves. People are like a lone soldier, a lone warrior. But for you to believe in people's dream, in people's visions, in people's aspiration, goes a long way to make a huge difference in their life. So believing in people can start with you. Let's make that impact together. We already have a great people, an amazing lineup on stage with us, waiting to share and give us that nugget and tell us how they are being the light to others. The first on our list is no other person and the founders of Kudos Miracles International, Matt Allen, joining us all the way from the UK. My brother Matt, you're welcome. The mic is yours.
Thank you, brother. It always feels like home when you're amongst family, right? And some of my most amazing miracle family here, both in the room. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say about everybody, but and those people in the audience as well. It feels like home to me. And thank you all for, well, some people that are aware of my situation over the last couple of weeks, for the support and the love that you sent. It means a lot to me. But anyway, enough talk about that. I wanted to share a little bit about light and some of its properties, I guess, in relation to us as human beings, right? In the sense that I wanted to talk about refraction, about light that comes from us, sure, but bounces and interacts with other people, that floats around in a space that we cannot necessarily touch or feel or see. And yet we can touch and feel and see it. We can experience it in many different ways that it's not possible to tangibly explain. And yet it's incredibly powerful of its impact and its impression upon our lives. Really, the feeling of family, of love, like Lydia was saying, the feeling of understanding who we are, what our purpose is, a bit like Annie was saying before, about the love that we can share to each other and the feeling of belonging. And even if we've been away for 2 months like I have, to come back home to be amongst people that love us, that feels like a place that we belong, should be a place for everybody. And we can share that through the light that we give to other people, like Zion and his wonderful smile that lights up every single room that he's in. There we go. The lights are back on. Mr. Energy. That is what light is, right? It's energy. It's the power to be able to impact into the darkness, no matter what that is, no matter how tiny or bright our light is. The very fact that that light exists is making an impact into the world, is feeding energy into other people. And as it refracts and bounces off of other people into everybody's life, its potential is immeasurable. There is no quantity of light. There is just light. There is not, here's a little bit of light, here's a lot of light. It's just there is light. And that light shines from every single one of us, interacts with every single one of us, and bounces around as though energy is beyond limits. And trust me, abundance is something that exists in our world, and light is something that shines from each and every one of us, like Lydia said before. But not just us, but so many people around the world today. And that light is going to keep growing as we keep progressing into our future. We just need to keep encouraging people to shine as brightly as they can. Give them a little shine, whether that's helping Zion to smile by sending him a message to say, brother, keep smiling, I need to see it, through to sharing a love heart like Lydia did earlier. So everybody, encourage somebody else, help to shine your light as brightly as possible, and help others to shine their light more brightly too. Much love.
Amazing. Thank you so much, my brother Matt. It's always great and a privilege to hear from you. And that's a great reminder as well that we have to remind people to keep shining their light. Each and every one of us, we have a light within us, the ability for us to be intentional and shining the light. That's how we make the real impact. Welcome back. So good to see you, good and healthy, and you can smile as well. It's so great to have you back. All right, we've gone to the UK. Now we are going to the Netherlands with our amazing friend, Louis. Louis, if you're there, the mic is yours.
Good evening. I am Loes Pijpers from the Netherlands. I have seen how a single kind word can turn someone's day around. Hasn't that happened to you too? Encouraging others to make their voice be heard and lift them up. It will cost you nothing to do that. You don't have to ask permission to do that. In my environment, I'm doing that and online. Let others participate in your conversation. Share events. Invite your friends. If you are happy, you pass it on to others. Being a light isn't about perfect or forcing happiness. It's about showing up with hope, even when things are tough. Small acts like listening or encouraging someone ripple out in ways we don't always see. Think about it. What's one way you can be the light today? Smile at someone, share an idea, or even just pause to appreciate something good. By showing up, you create the opportunity to influence others positively. If you want to change minds, you have to have conversations with people who disagree with you. If you are only having conversations with people who agree with you, whose minds do you change anyway? When you are having your lunch, invite others who are eating alone, or if you are walking in a park, speak with others you see, people you meet. You can pass on the positivity and connect with others. I do that every day. Small steps matter. I heard someone say once, in a world where you can be anything, be the light that helps others find their way. That stuck with me because isn't that what gives life the deepest meaning? Thank you very much for listening, everybody.
All right. Wow, Lowe's, that was great. I love that. You shared, I like what you said about, sitting with somebody. If you're in the park, I think I heard some birds in the background. So maybe you're outside where you're at too. But I was thinking that's good. I like that. If you see somebody sitting at a table by themselves and maybe eating, we might be shy about it sometimes, but sit with them, ask if there's another spot that's being taken. And if you can sit there and maybe you drum up some conversation, that's, you never know what somebody's going through. Maybe you have that conversation with them and it sparks something good and then they just appreciate you talking to them. Right. So, no, I think that's awesome. Great shares. And thanks for sharing some different things, in different ways that we can be the light for others.
Yes, and sometimes we drink coffee somewhere, and sometimes we see sometimes people sitting alone, and I often ask, well, come join me, because together our coffee tastes better, and presenting another one a pleasant day, smile costs you nothing, and another one having a great day. So it's in small things. Every day we can do something. We can't change the whole world on our own, but we can do something in our environment to one or two people every day. That's our small things, and we can control and have influence on that.
Yeah.
So we don't only have to think in big things. around the world. But if we do that to 1 or 2 people in our environment every day, we can make a chain all around the world and pass on the positivity. That's I think that's important because in a world where there is a lot of things happening, people want to connect, and we can help others to do that.
Yeah, very true. I love that. Thanks, Lois, for sharing that. That's, I mean, I like that. Our coffee tastes better together, right? It does when we work together. I love that. So great share. Thank you again. And wow, we've gotten some great, just some great advice today. It's just some great thoughts on what being positive light looks like to others. Gladys says, "Be the light that helps others find their way and smile." Love that. Yes, I love that too. Thank you for sharing that, Gladys. And I want to pass it on to our next speaker here. I think our next speaker here, if I'm looking at the names on here, can we pull up the names again? I think it was Lysander is next. So, and then we'll go to Ali after that. So let's go, Lysander. If you want to go ahead and unmute your mic and share your thoughts on today's topic, that'd be great.
Thank you, Jamie. Good evening, everyone. It has really been an interesting session. What struck me is what Ernest said last when he was saying, leave a positive impression on anyone you come across with. That's really a huge one. And one of the ways, I have many ways I share my light. Yeah. One of the ways I do that to share light is, let me just call it little art of service. Maybe for example, I'm walking on the road, maybe I see an elderly person, or maybe the person is carrying something that is a bit weighty. I can just, reach out to the person and say, "Oh, can I help you to take this? Where's the destination?" No, I just do that. And then if I see people that are, physically impaired, maybe they want to, cross the road, just those little acts of service, I can just reach out and say, "Oh, let me help you cross the road," things like that, those things we do, we really, lifting up burden of people because a visually impaired person would take maybe there's nobody to help. He will just be there contemplating how to cross the road. But you can lift that burden off their shoulders by just a simple act of service. "Oh, let me help you do this. Let me help you do that." So that's one of the ways I share my light. And also what I do, I smile a lot. I compliment people a lot. Those things they look simple, but they have a way, of sharing someone up. Let's say someone is having maybe a bad day, and then you just walk in and say, "Oh, your hair is lovely, you're putting on a nice dress or a nice shirt." Those things can just lift up the person's spirit, and before you know it, you can strike a conversation and then find out what is really going on with the person. So little things, little art of service like this, you can use that to share your light. And as for me as a person, I'm intentional about sharing my light this season. And one of the target audience I have is, helping young people find purpose. I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and yeah, the Bible says God is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. So, one of the ways I do that, I spread the light of God. I don't call myself a preacher. I'm just a child of God that's, just want to see people enjoy the light of God and come into the light of God through Jesus. So I use my platform to do that as well. I share the light of the gospel. I help young people understand that they have purpose in Christ. Nobody is a mistake, regardless of the circumstances that brought you to this world. Oh, so because I understand that, I believe that, so I want to help young people that feels, my life is just going the way I didn't plan, or is okay. Just give yourself to the Father, and then it can bring something beautiful out of your life. So basically, that's the way I share my light. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad to share something.
Lysander, thanks so much for coming up on stage. And yeah, give yourself to the Father. Good things will happen. And I love how you mentioned, little acts of kindness, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to when it comes to being a positive light. It's just doing little things. And once again, how I mentioned, right, being consistent with what you do, right? Don't let it feel forced. Just do it. Share that love. And when you share that love with other people, it's like a chain reaction, right? Good things spread to more people. People want to pay it forward, and then it ultimately is a great scenario no matter what, right? We all become positive then, and we all want to share it with people, right? So, thank you so much for coming up on stage. We appreciate you being here today. So, all right, I'm gonna bring up our next speaker here. He's a human light igniter. He's a firecracker. I don't know how it's gonna go. He's gonna bring the fire and the energy here, I think. But let's go ahead and bring him up here. We're gonna bring Ali up to the stage. So Ali, if you want to come on up and unmute your mic, the floor is yours, my friend.
Thank you. My name is Oli from Belgium, and I'm blessed that Matt is feeling better. I am feeling also better because I had also my downtime in my darkness, but now I'm in the light, and I'm also blessed to be with the two most prolific godfather of audio rooms, totalizing probably 1,000 together audio sessions. And before I'm singing the song, and it will be really a short one because I can sing it for 3 minutes, but I'm going to be respectful of the time. I'm going to say that the most difficult is not to love others. The most difficult is to love ourselves first, because we have been taught that loving others is priority. But the priority, if we don't love ourselves first, we cannot really truly love others. And as Paulette has said, in the most appropriate way. And so aside that, truthfully to know that there is a brain and a heart. The brain and the heart are communicating together, each other. But the heart is vibrating more than the brain outside of the body, really larger. And the heart is communicating more often to the brain than the brain to the heart. The real question is the brain listening to the heart? Is the brain listening to the body and to the gut? It has been for me a path of 40 years after to realize that I placed 40 years of my life in my darkness, and then I finally listened to my heart and to my body. So now I'm going to sing you a couple of couplets of the song that I like. Is from John Anderson and Vangelis, Shine For Me. Shine for me, I'll shine for you, each waking dawn, each day. Let these words, please let this song take you so completely. You have the gift of love, you have the gift of life. Take whatever you need, be the light for once, be sure, be the light you are. You are the sound of love, you are the sound of life. So that's it for me. I pass the mic. Thank you so much.
Encore. Come on. No, that was great.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I love that. There you go. There we go. That's the energy. I love Ali. You always bring energy here. Yes, and always have good things.
That is some talent. Big tune.
There we go. Big tune. Yes, I love it. Good stuff, Ali. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and singing a song up here today for us, and for being here. We appreciate that. And I know I think we got 15 minutes left here. We got, I think, one more speaker here that I see up on stage here. I'll bring them up, and if we have any more, then I'll pass it to our next host, and they can introduce the next few speakers that comes up here. We got Mr. Curtis Andrews in the house. If you want to go ahead and you've been patient, we appreciate it. Looks like you're outside somewhere there, so go ahead and share your thoughts today.
Hey, Captain. Blessed evening, everybody. Good to be here with all of you. I just want to say that was an amazing song. With all the light shining, it really had progress. So that is an amazing song. I just want to say that it's been a while since I've been on LinkedIn, right? My name is Curtis Andrews, CEO of Nelmark Enterprises and also Flavorable Korean Hobby Association. Non-profit is Flavorable Korean Hobby Association, and profitable is Nelmark Enterprises. Over the years, which is via 3 to 4 years, we have been engaging in a few, I would say, international restructure. And I would say everything that was passed in this meeting here was also part of the understanding of the networking that we structured over the time. And I want to give hats off to Annie, because none of this could not have been possible if we didn't have hardworking Annie with us and for us. All right. And a lot of programs that came on board. I just want to thank you all, and I want to thank the whole network itself for having these amazing, uplifting programs, because this is not really beneficial for any of us personally, but on a global scale and on an interaction scale for improvement, which I know that a lot of people is craving for. This is the network that transform everything into what was manifested into. So a lot of you all have a lot to be grateful for and thankful for, because a lot of people that we have on board right now would not have been possible for them to be on the network without you all, especially making the steps within what was now mentioned, within self first. Then after, on the outside, we could give the acknowledgement and the assistance to the outside circle. But all the energies always stem from inside of us. Yeah? I don't want to stay too long, because I know that we have an amazing network here to share a lot of stuff and feedback from each other back and forth. Right? And I just want to say high thanks and respect for kudos for making this move, especially with interconnecting a lot of programs into developments around the globe.
Awesome.
And Annie, as I said earlier, none of this couldn't take place without you, Captain. So hats off to you and the full team. Blessing.
Thank you. Yes, that was great. Annie, I don't know if you want to say something. You got some pretty good fans in the audience here, man. I love to hear it. It's awesome. And that's Curtis coming from, I think I looked at your profile, Trinidad and Tobago, right? So look at this. I mean, we got people from all over the world in here, and I love it. I mean, we heard from people from the Netherlands. We heard comments from Ireland, a few people from Texas. We have people in New York. I mean, all sorts of different places, right? So it's just good to have see some new faces in here, and everyone really just sharing that positive light. And I love what you said, Curtis, about, maybe it doesn't help us personally sometimes, right? Maybe, from a personal standpoint, some of the stuff doesn't pertain to us, but from a global standpoint of just helping others out and being there for people and just sharing this on a bigger scale, this is what it's all about, right? So thanks again for sharing your thoughts here. And I'm going to give it back over, I think, to Zion here, if he wants to wrap up just wrap everything up here. We're kind of 10 minutes before the end of our call. So if anybody wants to come up and speak still, we still got a little bit of time here, right? We can end it early if we want, but I mean, why not? If we don't have to, let's try to tell some more stories and share some more thoughts from people. So come on up and be that light and just share some thoughts.
We're not going to end early, Jamie. We'll end on time if we're lucky. If we're lucky. That's not going to happen. Now, Curtis, thank you for your kind words, my friend. Look, I think we demonstrate the reality that when we have positivity, things can happen. So I'm just a conduit at best of times. I help people to connect, and build that community that I mentioned earlier. But it takes you to bring your genius in the first place. And I say positivity ultimately is about having a clear goal and then doing what it takes, the action, the movement to actually achieve those goals. So I appreciate your kind words, my friend, but you're the one that makes it happen. I'll say that for sure. Chiedza, you want the link? Yeah, I'll send the link to you in your DM. So there's many great comments there, and if you want to go through the comments, so Chiedza says laughter is always the best medicine. Just wanted to share a post on of the joy of meeting up with a dear friend. So positivity ultimately is maybe it's ultimately about finding that peace, right? That peace in your soul. When you find that peace, the world is it's a glorious place to live. Without that peace, with anxiety, with uncertainty, with fears, our life is much different when we actually find that peace of mind. It's priceless. Let me start talking. Let me send Chiedza the link in her DM. Hopefully she will join us and come and share with us. But everyone shared amazingly today. Zion, I give the mic to you, my friend. Chiedza, if I can spell your name, Chiedza. I'm forgetting.
Yes, thank you so much, Annie. Curtis, it's so good to have you. It's been a while. And the last time we had you was in the audio event, but now we're having you in the video. We can see your face and just get to feel the emotion and the passion in your voice as you begin to speak. So I want to say a big welcome to you, and it's so good to have you back. It's been an amazing event so far. A lot of persons sharing their insights on how they are making impact and shining the light on others. There are so many comments in there. I'm just going to read through. Dr. Marcia said, being the light for others is a great responsibility. However, authenticity, sincerity, and genuine support makes paths easier. That's very profound, spot on. That's a topic on its own, I must say. Well, Mr. Henry is in the building. Henry Stevenson say grateful. He's tuning in all the way from Washington, D.C. So good to have you here. You're welcome. Okay, we have Chiedza in the building. Hope you're gonna sing for us today, like Odie.
Hello, everyone. I just had laughter. It's good to see you all. Thank you, Papa Eddie, as always, for hosting this room. And Zion, your smile always is very contagious. So just a quick one. And also thank you, Jamie and Lydia, for hosting. So a quick one is that I love how I can laugh at myself and how that laughter spills up onto other people. So I was in the airport last week and I was on my way to see the friend who I posted about the link where I blew bubbles at her. So I was in the airport going through TSA. And as much as you may not believe this, English is not my first language. Okay. So I'm prefacing that. So I'm in the TSA and the TSA guy says, oh, you need to take everything off. So I looked at him and said, take everything off? And everybody burst out laughing. I was like, people, no, I didn't mean to sound like that. I meant all of my coats and my scarves and my other jacket, not everything. So we were just laughing the whole time. And then as I was boarding the plane, these two women come after me and they start laughing. Like, you're the lady who said about taking everything off. I was like, guys, okay. But just the main lesson of how the beauty of laughter is so contagious. And you never know how you can make somebody's day. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning, they doing the usual everyday stuff. But just taking a pause and just laughing at something really silly can completely change somebody's outlook. And also, thank you. And also just a little one. I know I'm putting a plug for my little video because I was cracking up laughing. So I'm an auntie of 14 nieces and nephews. So my usual go-to is, especially this time of year, throughout the year, I always take them bubble wands. And so I'm the auntie who's busy waving the wands and making the bubbles come out. And just the simplicity of that joy of just, blowing bubbles, seeing the rainbows, and being in a world of magic that you can create instantly is a way that I like to share some sunshine in people's lives. So thank you so much. This has been a wonderful conversation. I just wanted to, drop in and do some more giggling. Thank you.
Look, it's an important one. It sounds like a little thing. So think how much of our days are ruined by one thing someone does, whether they intend it or whether we choose to interpret the action as something bad. I think we'll do well to take things more lightly rather than going, taking things as the worst. They mean to harm me. They mean to make me miserable. They mean to ruin my life. So I got friends, Damien and Dr. Tanya, who's made two of them. They do a show, the 2350 show. I found out the other day what it actually stands for. And their thing is quite simply, don't let 10 minutes of your day ruin the other 23 hours and 50 minutes. And that's, I said, that's a big, I think that's a great message. Of course, we have to be wary of those who are trying to, to do not nice things to us. But most people are not that way inclined. Most people are just trying to do their thing. So how we interpret it matters. And let's learn to be more chaser and take things for what they are. If it's a laugh to be had, let's have the laugh. Let's lighten up a bit. Life is good. Life is good. Not everyone wants to be offensive. I'm glad you took it so well, Chaser. I think that's a great way to take. And otherwise, I can see many people say, I'm going to sue you for harassment. I'm going to do everything against you. Not you, this night, security guards, Chaser. But well done you. My friend, Dr. Marcia is in the studio. Let's talk to Dr. Marcia. Chaser, they all want you to sing, so I can't help you with that. I wonder whether you will. I'll leave that to you for a second. Dr. Marcia, how are you doing?
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, perfectly. Thank you for your great comments as well.
I'm having the flu, so I'm not able to share my lens because I am resting just a little. But I see the topic as very, very important, being the light for others. Sometimes we are light for others as leaders. We're very visible. Very, very visible. However, there are some persons who are lights that don't realize that they're lights for people. They are not prominent. They are not visible. They are just doing their little thing behind the scenes, or they are just helping persons the way that they can. And sometimes what they do, they can't really see how they are a light. But when persons begin to share and explain how you have touched their life, and that one little thing makes the difference, it actually carries such a weight that it becomes life-saving. I'm going to give an example. Someone shared the other day that they were feeling really depressed and out. And they wanted to just end it. They were getting so tired that they wanted to end it. But they got a phone call. And they would not answer the phone, and the person would not hang up. But when when they got so fed up of it, they said, okay, let me answer it and then do what I need to get done. When they answered the phone, the person said to them, I just have this urge to call you, and I would not rest until I get you today. What's up? And that person was able to share what they were going through and what they were about to do. And the person, while they were on the line speaking with her, sent someone over that could solve the problem that she says she was having. That to me is very powerful. So sometimes you are a light without even knowing. And that's the point I want to make. How do we maintain this light, even if there is darkness in the world? Because even a candle becomes a powerful light when there is a dark room. And so how do we maintain and become that light? Be yourself. Be genuine with people. Give what you have. Don't overpromise people. Don't make any promises to people that you cannot keep, because that can take out their light. When they can no longer trust you, when they don't see you as reliable, you can't maintain a relationship with them. Be honest and truthful with people. Tell people how you are feeling and how it is that they are affecting you. Give people the roses while they're alive also. If someone is making a difference in your life that they didn't even know they were making, say it to them. Also, when persons help persons and they equip them to become masters of their own destiny, to be able to inspire and impact other people, we are to stop rewarding those persons who are already set and who don't need us to constantly cheer them up. So when somebody is a light for you, be a light for someone else. So you can be there for them when they need you, but don't think it is a reciprocal thing where you must always give them something back instead of someone else. Is not to help the person who help you, who doesn't need your help. So some of those things in being a light, I just wanted to highlight. We need to make sure that when we are equipped to help, when we get over, our duty is not to keep going back to those who pulled us over. It is to pull somebody over, to carry somebody over, and let that person, equip that person to carry someone else over. When you give guidance and support and persons become masters of their own destiny, don't feel that they're ungrateful because they don't get the time to come back to you because they are so busy serving who they were supposed to be equipped by you to serve. We need to understand that when we are lights for people, they become lights for others. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Beautiful share, Dr. Marcia. Beautiful share. And again, these are all little steps that I'm glad we're mentioning, because combined they are what make us happier, more intentional, more successful, and achieve that peace I mentioned earlier. Dr. Marcia spoke about many things, albeit briefly. I'm saying, and the first thing she said is people are watching. People are watching. They're always watching. Well, I wouldn't know who's watching or not, but people are always watching. You might think no one is, but they are. That's a call for us to, I guess, do the right thing. Do the right thing and be the best we can be at best, and that's at all times. Again, that's part of the positivity principles. You don't want to do something half-hearted today because you never know who's watching. You never know the impacts that you could have. And you don't learn much if you don't if you don't turn up with your best and try your best and give your best. What are you going to learn? How to do it without trying too hard? No, you learn nothing, right? Again, I think Dr. Marcia made the second point which resonates with me. Positivity is about being gracious to receive and being happy to give. It sounds very simple, but that's how life truly has to work. Again, you see many people say, no, leave me alone, I'm fine, when they're not fine. I think, those who live with positivity understand that, it's a gift to let someone help you, if they can help you. But if you can help someone, obviously, again, we go out of our way to make sure it happens. Important messages, Dr. Marcia. Thank you so much. Jamie, we're close. It's only 38.
We're close.
we'll never finish on time, Jamie. We're never gonna finish. Maybe it's not never. One day. Let's be hopeful. Positivity says let's be hopeful, right?
What if one day we just did what if one day we just hit a milestone in this positivity room? We just do a 24-hour stream one day where we just talk for 24 hours and we can disappear whenever we want and get our dinner and lunch. We just come back, but there's always somebody on talking about things.
It's doable. Of course it's doable. It just means having rotating hosts for different hours, right?
No, you have to stay up the whole
yeah.
time. You can do that, Annie. We know you can. We know you do.
We can even have a live stream on 24 hours and we can watch Annie as he takes his naps throughout the day and stuff like that. I mean, that would be amazing.
You don't know what I'm taking my nap today. I nap quite a lot. And after the show, I'm like, and that's that for a few now for a couple of hours until I wake up again and go again. But, it's a plan, right? Let's work on it. Especially when the book comes out, then it makes sense to do a marathon, just to do something different. We'll get there. Look, my friends, amazing shares in the comments. Gladys, thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. I say that this was great. Thanks, Zion, Annie, and the entire team. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. You too, my friend. You too. Glad you're here, though. So, Kinga, I'm sure we welcomed you. Have I missed anyone? Mary, thank you for being here as well. So we do see you. Thank you for joining us. And all those who came to share, thank you so much. You really have made our day. There's no words I can say to really let you understand how grateful we are that you come in the studio and share with us. Thank you so much. Look, like I said, we will go and respond to the comments section. Please do the same. Go in the comments and respond to comments, and then see who you want to connect with. That's the way it's done these days. In the old days, you just click on people's pictures in the audio rooms. Now you have to go to the comments section of the event page, and and find out who you want to connect with from there. Anyway, so Ijoma says when we're kind to others, it becomes a reaction. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Definitely agree. Now, Zion, I'll let you close the room, my friend. Tolu, I can't not mention you either, of course, Tolu. Thank you so much for being here. That's super awesome, Tolu. And also marriage specialist and public speaking coach. Let me stop talking. Zion, I'll give the mic to you, my friend.
I think let's give Lydia the chance to share, because she has not said so much today, aside from the time she came to share. So Lydia, let me give you the mic so you can just give us your last thought as we round up the room.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Zion. I am full of love for all of you, for the whole family, and sharing is something I don't need to do for me. I get so much from you. Let your light shine out when you smile. Even if you have sadness in your heart, send it love and put a smile out, because sometimes just that smile raises the vibration, raises the light, and that light ripples out and we all have it. So smile, give a kind word to yourself, give a kind word to your cat, give a kind word to your child, and be the goodness that you want to see in the world. I love you all. Thank you for being here.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lydia. Thank you, Annie. And Jimmy, any last word?
Yeah, just not just piggybacking off what everyone said. I mean, we appreciate you all being here. Obviously, this call doesn't happen without all of you, right? We could all sit here and talk for an hour and a half and just share stories with each other, but it doesn't mean anything unless we have other people involved and being able to share that positivity. If we all link hands together, think about how many people have joined this call, and let's continue to spread that positivity and try to bring more people in here, right? So if you know other people that could benefit from this call and want to be a part of this conversation, please invite them to the event. Post about it. Put it in your content if you want. Like I said, the more that we can bring in here, the merrier. And if these calls go longer and we can make it happen, we keep doing it. That's okay, because that's what we want to do, right? We want to be a part of something big, and we want to be able to continue this positive train for as long as we can do this, and as long as people want to participate and be a part of something big. So thank you all. Like I said, we'll be here next week. I'm excited for I think it's our gratitude call next week. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll be out of town, but I'm hopefully going to be there and share at least some things I'm grateful for in the month of March. But hopefully see you all there and share what you're grateful for next week. So that's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Mr. Eni. Thank you, Lydia. And to everybody who has joined us today. It's a reminder that each and every one of us, your light is unique. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where you've been. Your light is unique. Your experiences, your perspective, your talent is all makes your light. And do not dim your light for anybody. Do not allow people, do not allow situation, do not allow circumstances to dim your light. Because no matter how small that light is, it has the power to make an impact. It has the power to make a difference. And lastly, do not forget, whatever you do it from a place of love, do it from a place of kindness, compassion, and empathy. Because that's how we make the world a better place. Let's keep spreading positivity, because we are doing this event to bring more awareness, to bring more intentionality about the power of positivity. Like my co-hosts have said, do well to share this event to impact more people. Because one thing we know, that in positivity is always endless possibilities for each and every one of us. And next week, it's the last Friday of the month. It's our gratitude experience. Come join with us, come celebrate with us, and tell us 3 things you are grateful for in the month of March. So await that event. Is going to be set up very soon, and you'll be getting a personalized invite for us, so you can join us and embrace gratitude as we continue to share positivity to every corners of the earth, one person at a time. With that, we want to say a great weekend. Keep spreading the positivity, keep smiling and impacting people one person at a time. And yes, if you have not connected, is anybody in the comment section you're not connected with, do it to connect. Let's connect positive people with positive people. And that's how we are going to get more positive person, making the impact in the world every day. So guys, till we meet again, same station, next Friday. Have a great weekend.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. She's success with global.media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. She's success with global.media.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. Chase success with global.media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum.